Milk paint and chalk paint are two popular types of paint used for furniture and home decor. They both have a matte finish, which is why they are so popular when interior painting. But are they the same? What is milk paint? Milk paint is a type of paint that was originally made with milk products but now contains pigments or filler to reduce costs. Milk paints are old-style wall paint found in many other products, including patent finishes on furniture and metalware. It can be grouted over for use as a flooring material or painted directly onto the walls for gorgeous effects. Milk paints date back to ancient times because painting with milk dried quickly, and it is an inexpensive way to create artwork with bright colors without using oils, which need to be mixed and used quickly. Modern milk paint typically includes ingredients like powdered whole egg, evaporated skimmed milk, and casein. Some also include ground marble or chalk. The ancient roots of real milk paint? Milk paint is made from casein or milk protein that sets into a hard finish when mixed with linseed oil. The original milk paint came out of Europe in the 1850s, when an enterprising farmer discovered how to make it by accident when she put milky slop onto her simmering laundry instead of water. What are the benefits of milk paint? Milk paint has a number of benefits, including a natural finish that allows wood to breathe, non-toxic and environmentally friendly, provides good coverage and hides imperfections well, available in a wide range of colors. What is chalk paint? Chalk paint is a type of paint that gets its name from the type of pigment used to create it. The main ingredient in chalk paint is calcium carbonate, which is also found in limestone and marble. It's a versatile paint that can be used on a variety of surfaces, including wood, metal, and concrete. Chalk paint can be used for both indoor and outdoor projects, and it comes in a variety of colors. It has a matte finish, which gives it a rustic look. What are the benefits of chalk paint? A versatile paint that can be used on a variety of surfaces. Can be used for both indoor and outdoor projects. Comes in a variety of colors. Has a matte finish that gives it a rustic look. What's the difference between milk paint and chalk paint? Milk paint and chalk paint are both types of paint, but they have different ingredients. Milk paint contains milk protein, while chalk paint does not. This means that milk paint is more durable and less likely to chip or fade. Chalk paint is better for covering large surfaces because it dries faster than milk paint. What are the similarities between milk and chalk paint? Milk paint is made with linseed oil, lime, and casein, from cow's milk or cheese, water. Chalk paint includes calcium carbonate, also known as powdered limestone or chalk. It gets its name because it was originally made by grinding calcite-based stones on a wet stone surface. Paint generally creates softness through the use of oils or to seal in surfaces through acrylics and solvents, giving them a more hard appearance. However, they both share the ability to create richness and texture when applied correctly to allow for reaction with light. Therefore, they are often used together within an artist application to expedite the process by which artists can quickly create textures such as fur, hair, flesh textures. What is milk paint powder form? Milk paint is a type of paint made from milk, lime, and pigment. It is one of the oldest forms of paint. Milk paint powder form is a premixed product that contains all the ingredients except water. Therefore, it must be combined with water before use. Is milk powder a fine powder? Milk powder is a fine powder. It is made of dried milk and has a fine texture. Can both milk and chalk paint be used on kitchen cabinets? Yes, you can use both milk and chalk paint on kitchen cabinets. Milk paint provides a beautiful, old-world look, while chalk paint is perfect for a modern, streamlined aesthetic. What is mustard seeds milk paint? Mustard seeds milk paint is a premium paint that can be used on almost any surface. It is a non-toxic, environmentally friendly alternative to latex paint that contains no VOCs, volatile organic compounds. Milk paint dries to a flat, matte finish and is available in over 25 colors. Does Annie Sloan's chalk paint also available in milk paint? Annie Sloan chalk paint is also available in milk paint. Milk paint can be used to achieve a rustic look, while chalk paint is better for a more polished finish. Are chalk paints more expensive than milk paints? Milk paint and chalk paint are both types of paint, but they have different ingredients. Milk paint is made with milk, lime, and pigment, while chalk paint contains chalk and other additives. Chalk paint is often more expensive than milk paint because it is a specialty product. Is there a chalk paint recipe I can use to make my own paint? There are many recipes for making chalk paint, and the ingredients and measurements may vary somewhat depending on the recipe you choose. However, most recipes call for some type of chalk, like calcium carbonate, paint or primer, water, and an optional binder like plaster of Paris or white glue. Is there a milk paint recipe I can use to my own paint? There is no one milk paint recipe. Milk paint is a natural, breathable paint that can be made with different ingredients, depending on the desired consistency and properties. For example, some people use skimmed milk or buttermilk, while others add lime or earth pigments for color. You can also find pre-made milk paint formulas, like this one from old-fashioned milk paint. What role does dark wax play in milk and chalk paint? The purpose of dark wax is to create a strong, tight seal over the paint. It also gives the surface a smooth and shiny finish. Milk paints will take on a slightly matte look when dry if there is not enough wax added to them. Chalk paint will also have a matte look if there is not enough wax added. If you are looking for a more distressed and aged look, then you would want to add more dark wax to the milk or chalk paint. The amount of dark wax that you add to the paint will depend on your desired outcome. A little bit of dark wax will give you a light distressed look, and more dark wax added over the top of the paint will give you a darker, aged look. Is there a way to achieve a thicker paint consistency when using milk and chalk paint? There is no one definitive answer to this question since the thickness of paint can vary depending on a number of factors, such as the type of milk or chalk used, the amount of water added, and the painting technique employed. However, adding more milk or chalk to the paint mix will usually result in a thicker consistency. Additionally, using a wet brush or a slower painting technique can also help to achieve a thicker consistency. Suitable uses for milk paint and chalk paint? Milk paint and chalk paint are suitable for furniture and other objects. Milk paint is also suitable for use on walls, while chalk paint is not. Milk paint is a good choice for furniture that will be used in a high traffic area, such as a kitchen or family room because it is durable and easy to clean. Chalk paint is not as durable as milk paint and should not be used on furniture that will be used frequently. Chalk and milk paint durability? The two paints are not the same, but both have their benefits. Milk paint is known for its durability, while chalk paint is known for its matte finish. If you are looking for a paint that will last for years, milk paint is better. If you are looking for a finish with less shine, chalk paint is better. Commonly asked questions. How fast does chalk paint dries once applied? Chalk paint dries very quickly. It takes just 30 minutes for the paint to dry completely in most cases. This is a major advantage over other types of paint, which can take hours or even days to dry properly. Milk paint versus chalk paint, which one requires more prep work? Both milk paint and chalk paint require some prep work before painting, but chalk paint typically requires less prep work than milk paint. For example, chalk paint does not require sanding or priming, while milk paint often does. However, milk paint produces a more durable finish than chalk paint. So, the choice between milk paint and chalk paint depends on your priorities. Do you want a quick and easy project with less durable results, or do you want a more time-consuming project that will produce better results? What use does bonding agent have on milk and chalk paint? Bonding agents are used in both milk and chalk paint to improve the adhesion of the paint to the surface. However, the paint can flake or peel off over time without a bonding agent. What will happen to unused milk paint? If you are not able to use all of the milk paint that you have purchased, you can store it in a refrigerator or freezer. Milk paint can be stored in this way for up to 6 months. Can chalk paint and milk paint contain hemp oil? There are many different types of paint, and there are many different ways to make paint. For example, some paints are made with milk, while others are made with chalk. Hemp oil can also be used in paint, and it can be a good way to add some extra protection to the paint. Hemp oil will help protect the paint from fading, and it will also help prevent the paint from chipping. What are paint sticks and how can they be used with chalk and milk paint? Paint sticks are a great way to add color to your next painting project. For example, paint sticks can be used with chalk paint and milk paint by adding them to the paint in place of some water. This will make the paint thicker and more opaque. You can also use paint sticks to mix your own colors. If you are using chalk paint, make sure that the paint is completely dry before adding any paint sticks. If you are using milk paint, add the paint stick while the paint is still wet. You will need to stir the paint well to make sure that the pigment is evenly distributed. Which is better for painting furniture, chalk paint or milk paint? Chalk and milk paint are popular choices for painting furniture, but they have some key differences. Chalk paint is a water-based paint containing calcium carbonate, making it opaque and durable. On the other hand, milk paint is an acrylic-based paint that contains casein, which makes it more absorbent and less durable. When using chalk or milk paints, are multiple coats required? Both milk paint and chalk paint can be applied with a brush or a roller. Milk paint usually requires 2 coats for full coverage, but chalk paint usually only requires 1 coat. What paint should I use to achieve a distressed finish? Milk paint is thicker than chalk paint and has a more rustic look. Chalk paint is thinner than milk paint and has a more modern look. Both types of paints can be used to achieve a distressed finish. However, milk paint may be a better choice if you are looking for an authentic distressed look. What are low volatile organic compounds? Low volatile organic compounds, VOCs, paints emit fewer pollutants into the air, which is why they are becoming a popular choice for people looking to improve the air quality in their homes. In addition, many low-VOC paints are also no or low odor, which is another plus for people who are sensitive to strong smells. Does milk and chalk paint sell low volatile organic compounds? Both milk paint and chalk paint are low volatile organic compounds, VOCs, paints. VOCs are chemicals that can cause health problems when they are released into the air. Milk paint and chalk paint both have low VOCs, making them safer to use.